putting in the stew now, Sam?
Ants.
Ants?
For flavor.
Well, Sam, I don't want to be unsociable, but do you think your Indian brothers would mind if I begged off? There's crickets in the stew now, ants.
Mike, you're the guest of honor. None of these people will eat until you do.
You could fix it, Sam. You run the local newspaper. You have influence.
Please, Mike, don't you realize you are the hero of the hour? These people were all starving. This morning, you brought them beef.
It was caribou.
When they were driven from their cabins by the gold hunters, it was you who found them shelter in this abandoned warehouse. What do you want to do now, insult them? Courage, man, courage.
Oh, delicious.
All right. Everybody outside.
I think you're in the wrong place, mister.
Who are you, the Indian commissioner? Get these squatters out of here. And the commissioner.
These people are hungry. Let them have their food.
You get out of here before I kill you for trespassing.
Nobody owns this warehouse.
Tell that to Jeff Durain. He just bought it.
Durain? I'll do that. I'll do that right away.
Are you Mike Halliday? Say, mister, I ask you, are you Mike Halliday?
That's right.
Well, I want to talk to you.
Look, I'm busy right now. If you want to talk to me, wait in my office right over there.
Well, Michael, good afternoon. How do you like my new Skagway dart game? Social call, or is this the usual?
Jefferson, I just left some hungry Indians down the old waterfront warehouse.
I see, the usual.
They were thrown out by some thugs who said they were working for you.
Evicted, Michael. Legally evicted. I bought that warehouse last week. Oh, you played this game before.
These people were about to eat the only square meal they had in weeks, and your thugs dumped the food on the floor.
Too bad.
I don't think I'm getting through to you, Jefferson. These people have been trampled by the gold rush. They need food and medicine. They're in rags.
What's that got to do with my warehouse?
If you throw them out, they've got no place to go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I need that warehouse. I'm going into the freighting business. After all, they are squatters.
They could die.
Oh, Michael, you remind me of my father. He died of a soft heart. I'm making sure that never happens to me. You missed the 100 mark.
My mind was wandering.
Care for a few more throws?
It all depends. You sure you won't change your mind about the squatters?
Changed? How?
Now let them stay in a warehouse until I can find up another place. 3 or 4 days at the most.
Oh, you would have made a great team. You and Florence Nightingale. All right, Mike. 3 days.
You have a noble soul, Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mike. Remember my old man. Stop bleeding for these nobodies.
Somebody has to be nobody, Jefferson. Your old man must have told you that. What do you want?
Well, this is where you told me to wait.
Well?
I don't know what's eating you, mister, but I come a long way to do you a favor. and I'm getting mighty tired of having my head snapped off.
I'm sorry, I don't feel so good. I ate some ants.
You ate some ants.
Well, what's that favor you came to do me?
Oh. Now, these are all the worldly possessions of Ed Bronson, and he left them to you.
Ed Bronson?
You haven't lost your memory, have you?
50, gray hair, big red nose.
That's Ed. But he died. And he told me to give these to his heir. And you're his heir.
Why me?
Well, you're the last one to grub stake him.
Well, that's not much to show for life.
No, it didn't. That's the way it usually happens. Well, I've done what Ed asked me to. Now I'd like to get some sleep.
Try Kathy's place. It's the only hotel with mattresses.
Thanks. An anteater. Well, by Sunday. I never thought I'd find one in the city.
Thousand feet east of the Dai line, 7,000 feet north of the base. That's all right. It's a public building, and you have no... Oh! Sam! Sam, I told you to stay away from terrain.
Mike, I may be a riding man, but I can still take a scalp if I...
Sam, will you calm down? I might be able to help you. Take a look at this. Look at that deed.
Well, I've heard some hot ones, Halliday. But up to now, nobody's ever inherited a genuine deed to Skagway.
Well, you can thank me for a new experience. Now, let's go check the deed.
I'd know it if somebody'd homesteaded the land this town's built on. The whole world would know it.
Mike, he's even windier than I am.
Now, here. Now, hold on here just a minute. This is government property.
Oh, you want the other ones, Mike. I've been through most of these. You need the old ones, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, where are the old ones?
Well, that's the dead file right there. Put up by Charlie Wilson before I ever come here. I never bothered with it.
Brand, Brenner, Briscoe, Bronson. Here it is, Sam. Edward L. Bronson, December 1897. Homestead deed to land 3,000 feet east of Dai line, 7,000 feet north. Sam, this deed has the stamp of the federal land office in Dai. Unless something has happened in the last 2 years, I may own Skagway. Oh, dear.
Oh, he must be around 90 years old, I guess. He was 70 when he was with Custer at Little Bighorn.
How old are you, baby?
Do ya?
Ooh, someday I'm going to make a fricassee of that bird.
Bird, bird.
Mr. Durain. Oh, dear. I've got terrible news.
Well, that's not what I pay you for.
Mike Halliday owns Skagway. I just saw a copy of his deed.
Get out of here.
No, I mean it, Mr. Drain. Halliday inherited a homestead deed to Skagway from somebody named Bronson. Oh, dear, I don't know how I ever missed it. Bronson must have homesteaded the land of Skagway before the gold rush, before there ever was any Skagway. Well, here, look for yourself.
Oh, this must be some joke.
No, the stamp. It's got the land office stamp. And Halliday has the original. Oh, dear.
If this is true... Halliday. Halliday? Oh, no.
Oh, I never noticed what a thriving community Skagway was before. Feel this here soil, Sam. It's the finest in the continent, and it's all mine.
Unless that deed isn't confirmed in Dai, Mike. I'd get over there right away if I were you.
Don't rush me. Ah, that's what I like to see. Plenty of new construction. Helps land back. Those hoodlums destroying property.
You would think they owned Skagway.
How do you do? Sam, you've been thinking what I have.
Possibly.
Durain?
How did you know?
Sam, you're probably the best educated Indian that the missionaries ever turned down.
Right.
You've traveled, you've put out your own newspaper. Well, you even wrote that history proving that your people never lost a battle with the United States cavalry.
Cavalry reports are all slanted.
Sam, would you say that an intellect like yours could go wrong calling Durain a squatter?
Well, Mike, his saloon, his fish cannery, the stables, the new warehouse, all built on land that doesn't belong to him.
No, squatting is a very evil thing, as he showed us this afternoon. Oh, there's no way around it. I'm afraid he's going to have to move everything he owns off my homestead, board by board, 10 miles out of town.
Best news I've heard all year. How does that help my people?
Oh, when I confirm the deed, your people can live any place in Skagway they want.
You mean it?
That's right.
Mike, we'll never forget you.
Oh, come on. If I'm going to get to Dai, I'd better get packed. Come on in. Do you want him, or would you like to leave it to me?
Oh, no, gentlemen, if we can't talk pleasantly, we can talk business. Michael, this has been brought to my attention. Is there anything to it?
It seems to be correct, Jefferson, yes. I'm going over to the Dai land office now and register the deed. Why?
Oh, nothing, Michael, just curious. Well, good talking to you, Michael. Sitting Bull?
Mike, maybe you better go to Dai after dark if you expect to get there alive.
Don't worry, Sam. Durain would never be so clumsy as to kill me for the deed. It's no good unless I sign it over to him. You know my chances of doing that.
Oh. Mike, I don't like to keep harping on this, but you're going to be a tribal legend for what you're doing for my people.
Forget it. I'm going over to the land clerk's office now, and I'll be back in the morning.
And all our troubles will be over.
It looks that way. Mr. Sykes?
Yeah?
My name is Michael Halliday.
Yeah?
I've inherited this homestead deed, and I'd like to make sure it's still good.
What's the number? 3821. 3821, 3821, 3821. 3821.
What's the matter? Isn't the deed any good?
Good. I'll say it's good.
Boy, that's a relief.
Relief is hardly the word, Mr. Halliday. The United States government has been looking everywhere for the owner of this homestead deed.
Well, here I am.
Here you are indeed. And here is your tax bill for $400,000.
$400,000.
Yes, sir. The land wasn't worth anything until the gold rush started. Then Skagway sprung up overnight. 500 buildings, 30,000 people. Do you realize what the taxable value is on a whole town?
No, but I'm beginning to.
Oh, the government are going to be delighted to hear about you, Mr. Halliday.
Well, how does the government expect me to get $400,000 from a bank?
Oh, there's no bank that'd lend money on a gold rush town after the stampede. It's deserted.
Well, the government isn't going to get anything out of me because all I got is some surveying equipment and an office.
What?
And I'll tell you something else, Mr. Sykes. You don't know what you're doing to a lot of people. There's your deed back.
Hold on here. Now, the law specifically states that all a tax debtor's assets must be seized before a deed can be reclaimed.
You mean you're going to take everything I have?
Anybody who owned the deed would be in the same position.
But...
look, Mr. Halliday, you get your records in order for a complete audit. I'll be in Skagway the day after tomorrow to settle our little problem. Good day.
Hi. Hello, Sam.
The conquering hero.
Where?
My people wait in the warehouse to welcome you. I told them all about your great victory over Durain.
Oh, no.
Mike, what's the matter?
I'll tell you all about it. It'll make a good story for your paper.
I have no paper tomorrow. National holiday.
National holiday?
June 25th.
June 25th.
Geronimo's birthday.
Oh, well, I'll tell you all about it anyway as soon as I get rid of the suitcase.
Michael, you know Swift Antelope? He speaks for his miserable band.
Mr. Antelope, there's something that I...
From today, you are Smiling Fox, full brother of our people.
Mr. Antelope, I hate to say this, but I can't help you. Can't even help myself. The Great White Father in Washington says that I owe a $400,000 tax on Skagway. I've got $13.45. I'm sorry.
Just too bad, Mike. Too bad you're not a real Indian. Then you'd be a ward of the government. You wouldn't have to pay any taxes.
What did you say?
I just said it's too bad you're not a real Indian because the...
Mike, that may be it. It is it. If I sign the deed over to Antelope, your people will own Skagway, and I'll be off the tax hook.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You can even collect rents.
You speak with tongues of silver.
I'll sign this deed over to you, Antelope, and you'll speak with tongues of gold. Well, Sam, it looks like Skagway's back in the hands of its original owners.
I can't believe it, Mike.
Neither will Jefferson Durain.
Why do you put up with this windbag? He's got an evil mind.
Who hasn't?
You're just like my mother.
Ooh, I wonder how you'd look in a stew.
No good. No good.
Halliday's back from Dyea. Him and those Indians are huddling down at the warehouse.
Michael Halliday, the sucker's best friend.
Mm-hmm. Too bad you're not a sucker, honey. Just think what you could do with that deed, huh?
I've been thinking.
Always thinking, boss.
I'll tell you what, Goldie. You take care of the general. And we'll go take Michael Halliday's town away from him.
This hotel could use a house detective to keep out the bums.
Oh, you're quite a comedian.
Get him out of here.
Oh, you're still not mad at me for dumping that Indian stew, are you, Commissioner?
Oh, Michael, you're so hard to talk to.
Not at the moment.
I want that deed, Michael, one way or another.
What's the second way?
I'll give you a $25,000 draft on the First National Bank in Seattle.
Well, that's generous of you, Jefferson, considering everything.
Well, the bank draft is a receipt in case you claim that we took unfair advantage of you.
With the deed, you'd get your $25,000 back fairly fast.
It might take me all morning.
Well, I'd like to oblige, Jefferson, but I just don't have the deed anymore.
Oh, Michael. You've been a lot of trouble to me now. Don't be any more.
Oh, I still haven't got the deed.
You know, Michael, I've never had you killed because the price wasn't right. It is now. Now, where's that deed?
I gave it to the Indians.
You know, if it was anybody but you, I'd laugh at that.
Well, go ahead. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, I think I will. Bring him along.
The you just gave us the deed. Why do you want us to sell to Mr. Doraine?
I'd like to save my life. Sam, will you tell Antelope to sell?
Mike is, Smiling Fox is right to ask for his life.
You'll have to sign it on the back to make it legal.
Oh.
Oh. Thank you, gentlemen, one and all. You know, I've been waiting for this day ever since I was a peanut boy with a carnival. Ah, to think these almost got away.
We tripled everybody's rent, boss.
Excellent.
And that toll gate was a great idea. I tell everybody that you own the town, and if you want to charge him for coming and going, that's your business.
Ah, good work. Next. Ah, Michael. You know, I haven't quite figured out what rent to charge you yet.
Jefferson, you're sure you own Skagway now?
Oh, I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Fine. I want you to meet a friend of mine.
All right.
Mr. Sykes? Yes. I'd like you to meet Jefferson Doraine, the man who owns Skagway.
Well, speaking for the government, this is indeed a pleasure.
What's this?
That's your tax bill, the $400,000 due on the Skagway deed.
Oh, that's some joke.
Mr. Doraine, the tax department of the United States government does not joke.
$400,000? Well, you must be out of your mind.
You have 24 hours to meet the bill. If it's not paid by this time tomorrow, we'll put a tax lien on everything you own and claim it as government property. By this time tomorrow, Mr. Doraine. Noble blood brothers, great chiefs of the frozen north.
Michael, please don't be windy now.
One who speaks with forked tongues and much trouble with great white father in Washington. Only you can help him.
Michael, tell them that I'll do anything. They'll take that deed back.
I have advised blood brothers to take deed back under certain conditions.
Conditions?
First, you must build new houses for all Indian families. You must let Indians have first pick of food every time ship arrives. You must pay to Indians $25,000 offered me.
$25,000? Michael.
Deed transfer fee.
Is that all?
Just one more thing. You must close your saloon all day every June 25th.
What?
Geronimo's birthday, a big national holiday among all us Indians.